Na zdrowie. Hello. 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 Liverpool lost to Brighton. Oh yeah, I need to switch the... Oh yeah. Yes. Let's go. is he doing it always so late? Ah, monkey is gone. And it is raining in Portugal. I come back. Why is he doing it? Why is Jamie always posting my streams so it's so late? Why are you doing this? Well, it is raining. It is raining. I don't know why my mouth is like literally on the mic. Why my mouth is so close to the goddamn mic. I can take control of the car. That would be very interesting. But it is for the full wets. It's full qualifying already. First driver out on tracks. It's the Alpine of ERT Rex out on track. Monkey is back in the game. As of right now, 2 Mercedes are gonna be out on track as well. As us ahead is Aston Martin, or both Aston Martins. First Matt, then Nighthawk, then both the Mercedes, but ahead of them there is a AlphaTauri. Let's quickly look at the track. So the Portuguese track, located in Algarve, has a length of 4.653 kilometers, 2.891 miles, laps 33. First Grand Prix was held in 2020, but previously it held the some lower category series like GP2, GP3, I think, Formula Renault, and some others smaller one, probably like as well GT sort of stuff. There were zones 2 on the main start-finish straight, and then on that little back straight where velocity is right now. Corners 15 and the best overtaking places are turn 1, turn 3, turn 5, turn 13. Those are the best overtaking places in terms of overtaking. I mean, obviously you can do an overtake everywhere, but some places are just more stupid to send on than others. Already Rex is on a flying lap. His first sector is going to be 27.141 on the first sector. Nighthawk is on a flying lap, as well as both of the Mercedes are going to be on a flying lap now. Then Matt is going to be on a flying lap, and then the AlphaTauri of Dave on a flying lap. But we will look at Rex's sectors and how he will do in the wet. It's going to be very tricky in these corners. So much understeer, oversteer, or not that much grip compared to the dries. Many corners that you would normally do flat out are easier, are going to be way harder. As Rex going to turn 12, he he had a little bit of a moment as one of the Red Bulls. That's Josh spun on the exit of, just on the exit of turn 15, damaging his front wing and immediately going back into the pits. But Rex through the final corner and uphill through the line, he goes P1 133.962. Next rider to come across the line, it's Secret, but he's gonna finish his lap. Then it's Gosson, but he's gonna finish his lap. So then it's the two Mercedes drivers. It looks like Splandy is slower than Panda. Panda has caught up massively on Splandy throughout the lap. So Splandy is a little bit slower, I guess. And the bottom stage is coming across the line, and Panda is going to be first. 131.802 for Panda, and for Splandy 133.049 for the other Mercedes. Then Dave coming across the line, and he goes fourth. 134.002, very close to Rex. Matt's crossing the line 144.596. There's obviously a mistake. I guess Nighthawk, yes, he did invalidate his time. Then another Alpine, that's Thomas coming across the line, and he's gonna go P1 131.5202, and he goes exactly 3 tenths faster than Velocity. Matt retires on track, has spun on the exit of turn 4. Very easy thing to do, as already on dry that's a very difficult corner to get traction on, and then especially on wet you have to be so cautious. Like, you have to be really careful on the throttle, not put too much. Obviously, if you're racing on medium traction or full traction, then it's obviously easier. It's not as hard. Ghost One goes 6th, 133.084. Secret went 7th, 133.610. There's gonna be definitely there's gonna be 14 drivers to go through. I mean, I know it's 15 because Matt is gonna be pushed off, so it's gonna be 15. I mean, obviously it depends how the drivers will do the laps. Panda is doing a second lap in a row. We can see that he has a lot of fuel, 6 laps of fuel. Let's see how he will do through the first sector. But obviously there are a lot of other people on their flying laps. Thomas is not improving. Rex was improving to the first sector. Panda has made a mistake on the exit of turn 3 and 4, probably, and he has backed out of his lap. Red Bull comes across the line, and that's Josh, but he starts his flying lap. No, that wasn't Dave, that was Velocity coming across the line, and he didn't improve, but he is 4th, 132.775. Didn't realize that. On Samad on a flying lap, and he comes across the line, and he goes 9th, 147.698. Secret coming across the line, but he's improving on his time. Then behind him a McLaren of Cops fan. He improves his time by 4 tenths. He goes 4th, 132.693. The real effects in turn 12. And Jamie at the moment on an out lap. Then as he spins on the exit of turn 14. Luckily he didn't get an invalidation, but that will sort of a little bit compromise his exit on the exit of turn 15. Dave come across the line, and he goes now as 6th, 132.927, 1.5 tenths behind his teammates Velocity and others in the interval, as Somos increases his gap from Panda, a 131.018 by Tomos in the McLaren Alpine. Josh goes 6th, 132.879. Velocity improved it on his time, 132.348. That is Monkey spun round on the exit of turn 4. Then Williams, that's on master mat, has improved in time, but he stays 10th, 136.443, as that was Secret improving on his time, 131.947, and he goes 3rd. Yusuf was gonna start his flying lap, but that's too bad, as he made a mistake on the exit of turn for 15. Nighthawk goes 5th, 132.328. Then a Ferrari coming across the line. That's Jamie, as Gossan has a bit of problems on the exit of turn 11. No, that was Monkey. Sorry, that was Monkey. But Jamie crossed the line and he goes 8th, 132.812. That is planned. No, that is Panda's spun round on the exit of turn 14. And behind him there's Tomos. Just behind. Josh improved in time. He goes 7th, 132.352. Drivers are improving on their lap times, so the track is improving, as it should be. Noise joins in to the lobby. Kazan is looking at the inters if they are faster or slower. So we could see maybe even in Q1 already that the conditions are coming on for the inters, and already 2 more drivers thinking to go onto the inters, Rex and Dave. So this could be a sign that we could maybe see on drivers setting their fastest times on the inters. Jamie, is he gonna? He is gonna cross the line, and he goes P2, 131.281 at Osplandy, but behind Tomos still. Tomos was flying on those wets. I guess maybe a wet setup. Splandy is was improving through the first sector a lot. It was over 3/10 to the first sector. Yusuf's first sector 25.809. As Westbrook comes across the line, and that is Josh. He goes 4th, 131.802, the same time as Panda, but for some reason Josh goes ahead of Panda, even though Panda said that this, put that lap first. Interesting, but well, Josh is ahead. Splandy to the second sector. He's improving by almost 6.5 tenths through the second sector. The track is improving. The track is improving, and I don't see that much spray anymore. So it could be that it's gonna be for the inters already. Monkey goes out on the inter, and he goes P1, 130.653. Yusuf across the line. He goes 4th, 131.740. The track is clearly improving. Axel, no, that was Jamie. This is Jamie going in. Okay, interesting. As Yusuf is very wide, like he didn't even turn into turn 1. You could see that the inters or the wets are not on the. I mean, they are sort of. But Hujar is on the inters. Monkey is on the inters on an outlap, and Rex as well. So these guys are gonna be looked for. Well, especially Rex, since we can see his delta, but he's just exiting turn 4 on the outlap. Monkey, we'll look at his time. He is fueled for more than just few laps, but Monkey already invalidates his time on the exit of turn 1, but hopefully that he will still be pushing on these inters. Well, even though he went wide, two more times. The first sector is 26.365. That's definitely faster than on the inters. There is Yusuf doing some weird stuff. Now letting through Panda, who is on an outlap on the wets. Rex on the inters out. And, well, he hasn't started. Nighthawk is out on the inters. Hassan is out on the inters. So some drivers are already thinking to go on the inters. I think they are the fastest tire, but we'll see. I have to definitely look for Rex, who is now on a flying lap. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate it like Monkey did. And to the first corner, not as much speed as on dries, obviously. He loses the car on the exit of into turn 2. He didn't invalidate his time, but he has backed out of it. First sector, if he is gonna improve, no, okay, no. Secret out on the inters, as well as Jamie out on the inters. On Matt as well on the inters. Monkey through the first sector, no invalidation, so he's pushing to the first sector, 25.894. So he's definitely going faster than Yusuf. Definitely. Is there anyone else on the inters who is doing a lap? Rex did a mistake. Veloxia spun on the exit of turn 4. Jamie is not, so only Monkey is on a flying lap. Going through the second sector. Well, that Alfa Romeo from Yusuf was sort of dangerously parked there. To the second sector, 102 points. I don't remember the three last digits. Through turn 13 and now turn 14. Ahead of him there's a Williams from On Mas Mad. Panda goes second on the wets, 130.677, but Monkey could be getting a P1 with the inters. No, he won't be P1. He'll be P8 on the inters, 131.835. So maybe the inters are not quite yet as good. But it's definitely on the crossover. Jamie is improving to the first sector by 800s. So it's like on the crossover between the inters and wets. By the very end of the session, it could be that it's going to be for the inters. Secret is improving to the first sector by almost 700s. Nighthawk isn't improving. Carlson, I don't see. Almost Mad is improving through the first sector, but he's a little bit slow himself, I'm not gonna lie. Jamie is gonna cross the line shortly, and it's not gonna be P1. He isn't gonna even improve. So the wets are still somewhat faster. Axel goes P4 on the wets, 131.186. So the wets are faster still. They're still faster. So the ones that went on the inters, they just sort of wasted the inter tire, but as well they sort of now know how the inter tire is gonna behave. Rex to the no, he didn't improve. Monkey invalidated. Yusuf is gonna improve. That time looks promising. Is he gonna improve? He is gonna improve to P3, 130.679, very only 2,000s behind Panda. But Panda is improving to the first sector. Splendy isn't improving, so Panda could be getting a P1 in Q1. Noise is not in. He didn't even set a lap. Matt out, and as well On Mas Mad out of qualifying. The bot is having the problems. The software hasn't uploaded. Splendy going into the pits. There's an SMR, and that's Nighthawk, who has improved on his time to the second sector, and to the final sector, he has improved by 1.4 seconds. Jamie goes P1 on the inters, 130.065. Axel goes into the pits. Panda to the second sector did improve. On this is still on the second sector 210s, but it could be that now the inters are faster. Panda through the finish line, and he goes to P1 into 129s, 129.511. So who knows if the inters or wets are faster? They could be as well on the crossover. That both of them are quick. Rex goes P3 130.605. A McLaren of whoever that was, those monkey coming across the line. Now it's Secrets AI. Hack is in the pits. So on Matt and Noise didn't make it into Q2. A bit of an interesting Q1 as by the end of it, many drivers tried to go onto the inters. At the very end of Q1, the inters go to faster. We could say that Jamie has improved on his time a lot, Rex as well, Nighthawk as well in the Aston Martin, but then some others just couldn't find time. So it's, I would say that the conditions or the tire choice between wets and inters was just on the crossover, so both of them were quick, but Panda is in P1 for through the first phase of qualifying. Jamie in P2, Rex in P3, Splandy P4, Yusuf 5th, Noithok 6th, Thomas 7th, Axel 8th, Josh 9th, Velocity 10th, Monkey 11th, Secret 12th, Dave 13th, Hakimi 14th, Goswan 15, and on Matt and Noise did not make it into Q2. So now into Q3. Yeah. Into Q3. Into. How is 3 in Italian? I don't even know. Uno, due, quattro. What? I don't know. Try to say. Yes. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you. Yeah. Into the second phase of qualifying. Already we can see that the both of the Red Bulls are going out on track, as was Panda and Splandy. Why is there no sound? Now there is. So it is gonna be Josh first out on track, then it's gonna be, there was an Alpine, Josh coming ahead of Secret. That's Rex just ahead of Secret, gonna be out on track. Then it is both of the Mercedes of Splandy and Panda. Then Nighthawk out on track. Now doesn't look at anyone. One Alfa Romeo from Yusuf out on track. That's an AlphaTauri, I think. And this is a McLaren. Wait, I need to put the UI on. So it's Velocity out on track, and then that's Cosfan, then Dave, then Axel out on track, and for now no one out on track. That's a second Alpine out on track. That's Rex. No, Tomo's out on track. On the inters, we'll look at the everyone on the inters. Okay, so no tire no interesting in there. It's for the inters. Well, everyone went for the inters, so I guess it's for the inters. Rex is gonna be the first one to start their flying laps. Or their fast laps, because some people take it too seriously. The flying laps are not flying. Jamie is gonna be out on track. Meanwhile, Rex, first one to start the laps. What the hell am I doing? First sector, a little bit more speed, just within the track limits on the exit of turn 1 and into turn 3, not missing the apex, and very good traction on the exit of turn 3, and the exit of turn 4 not as good actually, as he had a bit of a moment on the exit of turn 5. Right, going into turn 4. Now turn 5 was done good into turn 6, flat, turn 7, and into turn 8. Very difficult already in the dries. In the wet, it's horrible. No grip at all. Even on the exit in here, there's almost no grip. Going to turn 9, 10, and 11 now. You don't take the turn 10 apex. You take wide line to take the turn 11 apex into turn 12. Now it's more possible to take it flat. Turn 13 was well done from Rex, and turn 13 I have no idea how to take this myself, so I have no reference. And into turn 15 it could be sort of tight width if it's gonna be taken flat. I don't think Rex did it flat. He goes a little bit wide, didn't get invalidated, and he comes across the run and he goes P1 128.381 from Rex, but Secret already goes P1 127.500. Panda goes P1 126.882. Josh goes down to P4 now 128.069. Nice. Splendid drops down now to 4th 127.936. Nighthawk third 127.520. Very close to Secret. Velocity goes 6th 128.237. Gosvan goes 8th 128.522. Dave 9th 129.310 as Axel out of nowhere. The Ferrari reserve goes P1 126.862. The Ferrari reserve faster than the current championship leader Panda Jr. But as well, could be that the track is as well improving now. But who knows? Jamie through the first sector 24.653. No reference at all if that's good or not. But there was one thing he hasn't invalidated, so it's still good. 58.725 through the second sector. Turn 13 a little wide. Missing the apex completely. Into turn 14, the same, no reference at all, but it wasn't made the best. And into turn 15, no, not flat, and crossing line, he's gonna go P3, 127.447, ahead of Splanty, but way behind Panda. And as well, someone has improved. I think Splanty improved. It's going to P4 127.495, 5 thousandths behind, ahead of Secret. Rex has as well improved on his time, 128.052. Was Dave crossing the line, but he didn't improve. Tomos is gonna cross the line, and he's gonna go P3, very close behind Panda and Axel, 128.964. Panda slots himself between Jamie and Splandy. He goes P5, 127.466. It's very close from P4 to P8. Less than a tenth between them. And that's 5 places within them. Rex goes into the pits. Josh isn't improving. He goes into the pits. Splandy, he's gonna finish the lap. And is he gonna improve? It looks like, and he goes P4, 127.201. Panda comes across the line. He improves furthermore on his time, 126.574. But there's still no, that was Jamie actually. Axel not improving through the first sector, and he had a little moment in turn 9 through the second sector, not improving. Jamie didn't improve. That's Yusuf starting his lap, and then Dave coming across the line, and he improves, but not position wise. Stays 13th, 128.539. Axel is gonna cross the line. No, he's not gonna cross the line. He's backing out of the lap, goes into the pits. I mean, it's not cute. It's not a battle for Q3. It's not a battle for Q3. It doesn't matter that much, if especially that if you're in the Ferrari, Mercedes, like the level of the driving Panda is doing in here. Yeah, you just don't need to really push it that much. Splendid did find a little time to the second sector, but I think he is gonna go back into the pits as he doesn't have that much fuel. Panda, no, he's not gonna improve. He's gonna go back into the pits. Jamie, meanwhile, he's invalidated his lap. Yusuf, wait, my L2 didn't work for a small amount of time. Yusuf, the lap looks good. 122, 23, 24, 25, 26. He's gonna go somewhere 10th, 127.768. He's in danger of not getting in. And AlphaTauri and Nighthawk going into the pits. Those Dave and Nighthawk. Josh has some problems on the outlap. Velocity is improving through the second sector and into crossing the line. He is gonna improve furthermore. He goes nice, 127.541, pushing Yusuf down outside of top 10. Rex didn't improve. Monkey has improved on his time, 127.269, nice. He goes out of Jamie, but still 68,000 behind his plan. I gotta stop doing that, honestly. I gotta stop doing that. Yusuf not... he's in neutral. Alright. Burning off some fuel. Josh is just starting his flying lap. A little bit of troubles in the turn 15, and he crashes out of the last corner. Like another driver did on Friday that I commentated, did the same thing, and he's out of qualifying. There's gonna be only 9 drivers in if someone doesn't improve on the time, or actually everyone, if not everyone is gonna improve. Actually, no. If only Yusuf improves, then he's going down. So actually, 10 is going in. And Rex is improving on his time to the second sector and cross the line. He improves on his time. He goes P10, 127.667, and that's what I talked about. Josh is pushed down the on the outside of top 10, as Rex on the exit of turn 1 had a little moment. He saved it though, but I mean, it's not always good to have an oversteer ever. But yeah, Josh is outside of the top 10, so 10 drivers are gonna go through. Still, Hakim is still staying in the pits. Surprisingly, Panda has exited his pits. A Ferrari is gonna come across the line. It's Jamie gonna cross the line, but he's just starting his flying lap. And Dave is just starting his flying lap. Yusuf No idea at all if he's improving or not. Having a little bit of trouble on the exit of turn 14. A little bit too much trouble on the exit of turn 14. He saved it though, no issues. Furthermore, but he goes back into the pits. Dave didn't improve. I mean, yeah, he was on the outlap. Rex not improving. Splandy, meanwhile, is improving to the second sector by almost half a second. So at that, he is gonna go ahead of Axel. But there is still sector 3, from where he can gain some time, just not invalidating or spinning on the exit of turn 15 like Josh did. Not doing the same mistake, and coming across the line, he is gonna go ahead of Panda. 126.405. Over 1.5 tenths out of Panda, but Panda still the outlap, is still on a outlap. But it's as well on Q2, so it doesn't as much matter. It just, one thing matters now is just getting the experience on the wet, on the inter, so that you have the best knowledge of the tires in Q3. But it could dry out in Q3. Jamie goes third out of his teammates reserve, 126.843. Panda has already started his flying lap, possibly final flying lap. Secret to the first sector is improving by almost 600s. Panda through the first sector. Actually, Jamie, look at no. Axel has retired in the pits. Panda through the first sector hasn't found time through the first sector. 600s down on his time. Sebas is very close behind Axel still. AlphaTauri, that's Velocity coming across the line, and he goes on an outlap. Then it's Monkey, I guess, but he invalidated. Splandy on the exit of turn 15. He's gonna start another lap, I guess. Panda to the second sector. Shame. No, wait, I'm so confused. Secret has found time through the second sector. 4.5 tenths to the second sector. Panda has given up on that time. He hasn't found enough time, and as well there is a mass amount of traffic out of him. Secret comes across the line. He has lost time to the third sector. He goes 6, 127.174. He could be in a slight danger of not getting in. A slight one. Monkey is improving to the first sector a lot. 1.5 tenths already through the first sector. Nighthawk, I think he was on an outlap. Velocity to the second sector, not improving. Hasn't found time. But this will be his final time, as Rex and neither Thomas didn't have enough time to start the final flying laps. Velocity hasn't found time through the second sector, and a little bit slide, and he goes into barriers. Hasn't crashed out, only a little front wing damage, I'm guessing, but he didn't improve. Monkey went wide on the extra turn for 15, and he invalidated on his time. Splandy meanwhile goes back into the pit, as well as Dave, so he's out. Hakimi, where is he gonna go? He's gonna go only P15, 128.528. Secret is he's still on a flying lap. Well, he hasn't found time to the second sector, and he crashes out like he did with his teammates. Both the Red Bulls are out of qualifying. Pushed it a little bit too much on the exit of turn 15, and he's out with his teammate as well. Nighthawk through the line, and he improves, not position wise, 127.282. But Panda improves on his time, 126.123. What a time by the Norwegian. Apparently he is washed, but he's not washed. Rex doesn't improve. Yusuf, neither does Dave. So Rex is just in to Q3. So it's Panda, Splandy, Jamie, Axel, Termos, Monkey, Nighthawk, Velocity, and Rex in the Q3. Secret 10th after he crashed out, as was Josh crashed out at the same place. Yusuf 12th, Dave 13th, Kosan 14th, and Hakimi 15th. And this was the second phase of qualifying. It will shortly go into the third part of qualifying, the most important, the most fun one. I don't know why am I doing this, but yeah, into the third phase of qualifying. Very interesting how I mean, Secret pushed a little bit too much. Secret pushed too much. He just pushed too much. He didn't need to push. He would have gotten that Q3 appearance easily. Yeah, so so yeah, no Red Bulls in Q3. Interesting, not gonna lie, very interesting. Let's look at the car. Need an invite. I don't have you, Albo. I don't think I have you in the friends. If this even works, because if this would even work for once, if that would have even worked, apparently in the patch notes this would have been fixed. Well, the EA and Codemasters, they never fix anything, they just cause more problems. And sound again off. So yeah. Third phase of qualifying already. First race out on track. That's Rex and Panda out on track on the Inters. And then it's a Ferrari from Axel. Then it's another Ferrari from Jamie. Then it's a McLaren from Monkey. There are 6 different teams from 9 drivers. So only Mercedes, Ferrari, and Alpine have their teammates in Q3. In Q3. And then there is Velocity out on track. Splandy's still in the pits. Maybe some slipstream action. Could be going on. But I mean, slipstream doesn't do that much, especially in the wets. I don't think. Well, Splandy is going out now, but I don't think the slipstream does that much in the wets. I mean, it's not. I mean, in my opinion, it's just not as effective. Thomas comes out of pits, as was Splandy. Nighthawk still staying in as Rex starts his first flying lap, going to turn 1, braking just off the 100-meter board. Missed the apex in turn 1, and again a little wobble in turn 2. Turn 3 was done nicely. Turn 4, let's not make mistake, like the same little bit was there, but it wasn't that much. 24.874 to the first sector. Turn 5 now, didn't miss the apex, but does sort of earlier apex than I would have taken it. Maybe going to turn 6 now. Turn 7, missed the apex a little bit, and going to turn 8, just a tiny bit wide as well. A little bit of oversteer on the exit. turn 9 more flat than into turn 10 and 11, taking the apex beautifully into turn 12 now. Not fully flat yet. Going to turn 13, a little wide, missed the apex, and a little oversteer as well on the exit. Turn 14, again, no idea, and done nicely, I guess. Turn 15, not flat, doesn't go flat, he goes back into the pits. He goes back into the pits, doesn't finish the lap. So I did all of that for nothing, but Panda will come across the... No, actually, no, Splendy is gonna start his first flying lap, but Panda comes across the line. He does 135.427. Axel goes first, 126.578. Panda must have made a big mistake on that lap. Big mistake on that lap. Jamie as well, 127.318. Behind Monkey, who just goes ahead of him, 127.273 by Monkey. Velocity will come across the line and he will go P4, 127.637. Panda after the first sector has found time, 4.5 seconds to the first sector, so he has made a massive mistake in the first sector. But as well, Thomas is as well ahead of both the Mercedes, so we'll now focus more a bit on Thomas. But Panda 7.3 seconds has improved on that second sector, but Thomas is gonna cross the line and he is gonna go P2, 126.790. Splendy is gonna come across the line and he is gonna go P3, 126.847. But the championship leader Panda, who has dominated the qualifying, goes P1, 126.544, just out of Axel. Axel is on a, I guess, recharge lap or something. Jamie, meanwhile, is he gonna improve on his time? It looks like that he is gonna improve, but he's gonna just only go ahead of Monkey, 127.232. Monkey has invalidated his lap, but I think he's gonna go for a second one, as he had a massive amount of ERS. Nighthawk is gonna start his first flying lap. Velocity goes into the pits. Rex is on an out lap. Panda, I guess, is on a recharge lap. Oh, he's using ERS. Wait. Something is... I don't know, he's on a recharge lap, I guess. Or in an in lap. Thomas isn't improving. Nighthawk has spun on the exit of turn 4, like Panda did. It's very easy to lose a car in the, especially in the wet or in the inters. It's not raining as much anymore, but it's still somewhat raining, and it has stopped raining now. It's gonna be drying and drying. The track is gonna get faster and faster. Could we see for the complete end of the lap, or completely at the very end of qualifying, that the drivers are gonna go onto the slick tires, or obviously obviously softs. Axel P1, 126.152. But the track, like I'm saying, is improving. Has stopped raining as Monkey goes now P2, 126.305. But like I'm saying, the track is drying up, so the track is gonna get faster and faster with every single second. Nighthawk completely sends it into the pits. Rex, is he gonna complete? No, he's not gonna. He's gonna go back into the pits. So we can see some interesting tire choices. Velocity is already seeing what the delta is with the softs. Splendy has found us a second in that second sector. So the track, like I was saying, it's drying up. Splendy, if he doesn't invalidate, he didn't. He goes P1, 125.108, as a full second ahead of Axel. 125.108. But still, I'm saying the track is drying up. The times are gonna get faster and faster with the inters, and we will see when it's gonna be for the slicks, if it's gonna be even for the slicks. The track doesn't seem to be as dry. Well, there's definitely no spray that I can see. I mean, there's no spray. Veloxia and Nitro are now thinking to go on the softs. Mediums, what the hell? Okay, back to the softs. With less than 3 seconds to go, Splendy, is he on a flying lap? No. But he's improving even though he has almost no ERS. So, yeah, like I'm saying, the track is drying up. The track is drying up. It's so... Look at the track, it has dried so much. Hearts. Mate, you don't go on the hearts. Splendy has spun on the X of 1014, but many and many more drivers are thinking to go on the softs, but they need to go quickly out on track. There's almost... Well, now where is the one? Panda could be getting screwed over by Splendy. Panda could be getting screwed over by Splendy, because now Splendy is in. The ERS has been enabled, so it's definitely for the softs. Everyone is trying to go out as late as possible, but Rex doesn't want to get involved in that traffic. He has gone out the first by quite some margin. Panda could be getting completely screwed over by Splendy. It's 1 minute 30 now. Well, many more guys are out on track. Splendy is gonna be trying to get out on the softs, but I don't think there's gonna be enough time for Splendy. If not that spin, you would have made it, my friend. You would have made it. So yeah, everyone on an outlap. Everyone wants to start as late as possible, but not too late. 1 minute to go for Splendy. He needs to cut corners, basically. He needs to really cut corners if he wants to make it. But I don't know if he can make a sub 1 lap. He doesn't that much cut the corners, actually. Rex is just chilling out front. He's taking none of that. And he is gonna be starting the lap first, and his only flying lap. This lap is gonna be very crucial not to make a mistake. If you do a single one, you are screwed. You are screwed. As well, Splendy is screwed, because there's... How much time there is left? Under 10 seconds. So Splendy is not gonna be able to make it. Splendy, the only hope that he has is to basically everyone to invalidate. Rex first sector 22.634. It's almost 3 seconds faster. So yes, the softs are faster, but Monkey has invalidated his time. Has invalidated it. So he is out. So who is gonna go first? The provisionally would be Panda, but who is gonna be the first? Well, Rex is gonna be on provisional pole position for a few seconds. Rex on the X of turn 14, taking it easy into turn 15, flat out. Yes, flat out, and coming across the line, he goes P1, 118.700. Nighthawk has spun on the exit of turn 11, so he's not gonna be able to make his lap as well, a proper one. Axel invalidates his lap as well. Velocity goes P2, 118.957. Jamie goes personal pole position, 118.359. But here comes Panda, crossing the line, and he smashes that time, 117.877. And there goes as well, that was Thomas crossing the line, who messed up his time as well, I think. It's Panda on pole position yet again for the second weekend in a row. Jamie P2, 180.359. Rex P3, Velocity P4. Splandy surprisingly stays in P5, even though he didn't set a soft tire lap. Axel P6, Monkey P7, Thomas P8, and Nighthawk P9. For some of the drivers there was just too much one lap pressure. They couldn't make it, and somehow Splandy is starting P5. Surprise, but Panda is going to be starting on pole position here in Portugal, and for the second weekend in a row he starts on pole position on the front row. If I remember right, Jamie was as well with him in the last week on the second row. Rex is starting third, Velocity fourth, so these two are a surprise to be this high up. Splandy fifth, Axel sixth, Monkey seventh, Thomas ninth, and Nighthawk ninth, Thomas eighth. He's eighth. And down here there's no one. So yeah, this was the end of qualifying. Changeable conditions in the race. We'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go, if it's gonna be dry or not. I know what the conditions are, but for the ones that that don't know, I'm gonna leave for excitement. So it is dry, but it's very, very cloudy out on the track. Well, there is a little bit of drama that Panda has cut corners on his pole position lap. In the third sector, but apparently Panda slowed down. Well, I mean, can you actually do something? Well, I mean, qualifying ban, Q3 ban, or a few penalty points, but other than that, you can't really do anything much. You can't really do anything. So, I mean, it's fully dry. Let's see what the drivers are gonna go with the tire choice. The formation lap is on. It is a full grid. Braden and Albo round off the grid as they joined in later. Most of the drivers on the mediums, 3 drivers on the soft. Splandy, Nighthawk, and Cosfan, they're going aggressive, and then Secret going for a long run, for a longer run, and he goes on the hards. Everyone else on the mediums. Brandon reserving for Williams, and Albo reserving for Haas. Mattis as well, I think, reserving for Aston Martin. Nighthawk is a full-time driver. Axel is reserving for Ferrari, like I said already. As Axel and Monkey, they make contact and they're both disqualified from the qualifying. No, qualifying, no. Formation lap. I'm a little bit tired, okay? Alright. That time as will go anyways out when we're gonna go into the race. Well, drivers are gonna slowly go into the grid slots. Obviously tire warming. Panda has very warm tires. You can't say, I mean you can actually. No, you can't really. Jamie, stop turning. I wanna look at it. Oh, he listened. Okay, so they're not as warmed up. Oh, Yusuf spins ahead of him. Brex has somewhat, but Panda has really warmed up tires. He really thought about this. He has very warmed up tires. 98 degrees, 97. He missed his marker, so he's gonna be pushed back by some meters back. Hakimi as well, and almost mad. Brandon as well. So everyone is on their positions. The same camera for everyone. Velocity as well. Secret as well. But it's gonna be 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights are out in Portugal, and away we go. Panda doesn't get the greatest start. Jamie jumps on him into turn 1, a little bit of contact between them, and Jamie is in P1, going to turn 2 and 3. Panda drops down by 1 position. Splanty is going aggressive, has already gone up by 1 place, as behind Cosfa, Noise and Dave, they have touched, or they have spun or something. Knifelock as well is now down the order, and in for the lead. Panda has re-overtaken Jamie into turn 5. He is back in the lead. The Norwegian, the flying Norwegian. Splandy still staying in P5. Monkey is fighting with Axel, as Axel drops down behind Monkey now, and he's now getting attacked by Yusuf going to turn 11. This could be getting worse as they collide. Yusuf gets a little bit of wheel spin on the exit. He pushes Thomas a little bit off. He's now trying to dive down the inside of Axel, going to turn 13, going to turn 14. Thomas is now on the inside of Yusuf, and Yusuf goes off track, half spins. He is going to lose some few positions. He drops down behind Josh now. Very eventful first lap. Not that much happened in terms of crashes, but Kosa and Dave, Onmasamad and Nithok, they are down the pack. Noise meanwhile overtook Matt into turn 1, as was Dave. Trying to overtake Cosvan into turn 1, into turn 3. They're still fighting into turn 4, side by side. Cosvan a little bit pushed off. He had to give out the place to Dave. Going to turn 5, Cosvan sends it on Dave, and he pushes Dave wide, and he's back into P17. Meanwhile, the Red Bulls have switched their positions. Brandon is up to 10th from absolutely nowhere. Velocity has dropped down another place to Monkey, and now he's getting attacked by Axel. Actually, not really attacked, but Axel is putting pressure on the AlphaTauri. The Red Bulls are still somewhat fighting for P11. Secret doesn't want to really give up that P11, as well he's on the hards compared to Josh's mediums, as behind Knifelock has overtaken Dave into turn 15, and now he's trying to overtake Cosman on the straight. They're still going side by side. Cosman looks to have more straight line speed. Cosman has front wing damage. Dave now has re-overtaken both Nighthawk and Cosvan into turn 1 around the outside, and now Cosvan, what the hell is happening? And Cosvan has damaged his front wing even more. Virtual safety car is out. What was happening between these guys? Cosvan too aggressive with the overtaking. was even side by side in turn 3 with Matt, but he damaged his whole front wing on that, and he will have to go into the pits. And maybe even Matt has some floor damage or side pod damage, so that could be effective for him. Panda has still stayed in P1. Vloxy has still stayed in P6. Hakimi is in P13. Albo is in P14. Very good by him. Let's look at the... Well, Yusuf, Noise, and Dave, they have their penalties. So, the most gained, Brandon with 9, Albo with 6, Noise with 3, then Monkey and Hakimi with 3, oh as well, Yusuf with 3, then Matt and Splandy with 1, then Axel has lost 1, Secret and Josh as the Haas Riders are fighting into turn 1, and there is on Brandon going slowly in turn 1, and he's now dropped down to P14, although he's still fighting Noise into turn 4. Noise has broken front wing a little bit as he goes side by side into turn 5, and Noise could be getting a better exit. He does get a better exit, and Noise is ahead of Brandon, so Brandon lost 5 positions from that. Meanwhile, up ahead, Thomas has overtaken both Vloxy and Axel on the restart. Was a beauty by Thomas. Axel is trying to overtake Vloxy into turn 13. Now into turn 14, Axel on the outside, Vloxy on the inside. Axel stays in there, around the outside. And now he's ahead of Vloxy going to turn 15. Beautiful move by Axel as well. So now Axel has lost 1 position, Vloxy has lost 4 positions. Nightlock 7, Dave 4, Matt 1, Unmasked Matt 3, and Cosfan 6. Behind, Brandon is trying to overtake Noise again as he goes onto the sausage curb on the inside of turn 1. And he jumped on that like a bunny. And he's now down in P16 behind Nightlock, although he gets a better exit than Nightlock. Has a DRS. And going to turn 5, a little bit of contact completely turns in on Nightlock. Completely turns in on Nightlock. Brandon lost his head in that. Nightlock is gonna be fuming on Brandon. What the fuck was that? And Brandon, I don't know. He has broken his front wing. He's gonna probably go into the pits and retire. Panda is pulling a bigger and bigger gap, lap by lap. It's 2.3 seconds as he sets a new fastest lap. 120.784. Actually, let me put the penalties on, because let me put the penalties in. Red Bull are still fighting now for P10. Josh looks to be now ahead of Secret going to turn 3, although he gets a little bit deep. And on the exit of turn 4, Secret tries to get a better exit. The teammate, the Red Bull pair, is not really supporting each other. But Josh is now ahead of Secret, so Josh can now pull a gap on Secret as sort of a little revenge, if he really wants to, or if he's a team player. But just Secret is like Max Verstappen esque. So yeah, Rex is such Splandy on those softs. Can't really overtake Rex. He's still stuck behind Rex, although Rex now won't be having the DRS on Jamie, and Splandy is gonna have the DRS on Rex, so Splandy could be overtaking Rex into turn 1, but neither Splandy or Rex have the good amount of ERS, Splandy doesn't try to overtake Rex into turn 1. Meanwhile, behind, Axel has overtaken Thomas into turn 1. Is Thomas gonna try and fight that into turn 3? Not really. On the exit of turn 4, Axel had a little better exit. The gap is too big to try and overtake. Meanwhile, behind, Yusuf and Velocity fighting for P8. Velocity a little bit turns in on Yusuf, although Yusuf didn't even turn into the corner. But Yusuf is ahead of Velocity, going to turn 8 now. So the Alfa Romeo is ahead of the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, up ahead, Splandy has lost his P4 to Monkey. He doesn't feel any sort of grip on those softs anymore. Monkey is gonna now try and overtake Rex. Monkey has way more ERS than Rex. Rex has 22%, while Monkey has 62%. And DRS open for Monkey using ERS. Axel new fast lap. Monkey on the outside, but trying to do a switchback. Not. He had a little bit of an oversteer. Rex broke later, but Monkey gets a better exit of turn 4. Uses DRS as well. Rex tries to defend that, and going to turn 5, Monkey sends it on, but Rex could be getting a better exit, although Monkey got a better exit, and Monkey is ahead of Rex in turn 7. Meanwhile, behind, Velocity and Yusuf were fighting now. Yusuf and Josh made contact. This is a full safety car, as Monkey has spun in turn 8. What has happened with him? Why is he not going in? He's ghosted. Thomas gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. Josh has broken front wing. Yusuf, I don't know, could be having some sort of anything else broken. Monkey goes only now. Bit of a weird safety car, must say. There isn't that much debris, I don't think. Panda goes into the pit. Jamie goes in as well. Rex as well, and it gets a 5-second time penalty. Splandy goes in. Axel goes in. For Splandy, it's beautiful because his soft strategy somewhat paid him. Thomas retires in the pits while he got that drive-through, so he didn't even care anymore. Basically, everyone goes into the pits. Yusuf just overtakes Elbow in the pits, but gets a 5-second time penalty. Spinning in pit lane. Dave as well gets 5-second time penalty. So basically, everyone pitted for the hards. Secret as well pitted but he had to mediums. Hakimi as well to the mediums. Nighthawk serves his 5-second time penalty that he got earlier. Noise onto the inters, and his front wing didn't even get changed. There is Tomos. Interesting place to be. I don't understand why Noise is in the inters and he has no front wing. Very interesting. Matt didn't pit from those old mediums, so he's the only one to stay out. Secret, Hakimi and Dave, the only ones on the mediums, on the new mediums. Matt has stayed out on the same mediums. Noise is the only one on the inters. Well, I don't see. Well, there are a few clouds, but I don't really see any sort of clouds. Why is this the same camera in there? I mean, it's sort of cool. This camera is cool, sort of, but I didn't need it now. I wanted the sky. Well, I mean, there are a few clouds, but it's fully dry. I don't understand. Well, he's gonna have to pit anyway, because he has broken front wing. Panda, interesting that. Secret goes back into the pit. Yusuf goes in as well to serve his 5-second time penalty. Rex didn't pit. Noise into the pits. Is he gonna break? Not. Yeah, he does break enough. For the pits. Secret changes for front wing. Yusuf goes into the mediums now. Well, because he was sort of screwed. Noise can change now to the hards. And changes off front wing. So he's gonna be lost now from the running drivers. On my part, surprising is on the softs. I'm sort of confused what happened between Yusuf and Josh, because I definitely know that. I mean, I don't know definitely, but probably Yusuf and Velocity made contact. But then what happened with Yusuf and Josh, I have no idea. Someone's got a drive-through, so that's I understand why he retired. But sort of as well, I don't. So it's like yes and no situation. At the moment, Mercedes 1 and 4, Ferrari 2 and 5, Alpine 3, only 3, AlphaTauri 6 and 12, Haas 7 and 9, McLaren 10 and 15, Red Bull 11 and 18, Aston Martin 13 and 8, Williams 14 and 16, and Alfa Romeo 17 and 19. As Brandon goes into the pits, speeds in the pit lane again, almost mad. Swell speeds in the pit lane. Yusuf 8 seconds. I think he's gonna serve it again. His 5 seconds. Is he gonna get served at 5 seconds? No, he's not gonna get that 5 seconds served. He's 8 seconds still. He's on the softs now. Almost mad now onto the hards. Brandon to the softs. Yusuf to the softs. Brandon to the mediums. Sorry, to the mediums. Well, it's interesting. It's very interesting that even something is happening in the under the safety car. Nighthawk somehow lost 2 positions on Casa and Secret. Alright. Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. Something's happening behind. I mean, yeah, under the safety car is nothing happening until the safety car is gonna go in this lap. Like I was gonna say it. Like it knows. I mean, I knew that is gonna go in this lap. Jesus Christ, that was so synced. Everyone went left and then everyone went right. That was so sick. But now Panda is gonna control the pace while the safety car is gonna go in the pits, to the pits. There's a annoying limiter now, very annoying limiter. Let's see when Panda is gonna go. Put the telemetry on. Not as warm up retires. Panda is gonna go pretty much, I would say, now. So the race has been restarted. Jamie didn't sleep on the restart. Neither did Rex. Already Axel has overtaken Velocity into turn 1, and as well Matt has been overtaken by 2 drivers already, 3 already, and maybe even 4 by Dave. Well, what the hell am I doing even myself? I wanted telemetry off. As behind you, someone has spun at the front. No one spun at the front, but they're going full wide into turn 5. What the hell is happening at the back? There's complete chaos at the back. Noise is a little bit away from the others. And now the Aston Martins are fighting. What's happening? Yusuf spun, and then damages on mass match has been a little bit half spun by his teammates. Yusuf broken front wing completely. What is happening? And then now Secret trying to has overtaken Matt around the outside of turn 11. Beautiful move by Secret. Nighthawk is trying to has overtaken his fellow American Cosfan in turn 13. Meanwhile, Axel is trying to overtake Splendid in turn 15, but they make contact, and Axel is going down the order. He is going to be behind Noise and on Mad. Yusuf is going to probably go into the pits, and Brandon has it in the pits. And Yusuf as well into the pits. Axel is now down in P17. Meanwhile, Matt is trying to fight Noise for P14. Noise goes a little bit wide. And again a little bit wide. Taking an interesting line. But Noise is ahead of Matt. There's a little bit more happening behind. But Panda already pulling over a second gap on Jamie. The Norwegian is flying at the moment. On the back. Everyone is very close, but not. Or everyone is following everyone very closely. Well, as was the State Korisar a lap ago. But nothing that much on this lap actually. Everyone is very close between each other, but no one is sending it on. Nighthawk is very close to Dave as he's sniffing for that move on the Portuguese. DRS enabled, and Nighthawk is very close, although the AlphaTauri has a better straight line speed. And now Secret is going to be trying to overtake Nighthawk into turn 1. No, he was trying to get a dummy on. Axel has overtaken Matt into turn 1. Meanwhile, behind him, almost Matt has as well overtaken Matt into turn 1. Ahead, Veloxry is fighting Hakimi for P6. The Swiss versus the Singaporean, and going to turn 7. Hakimi has stayed in P6 for now. Meanwhile, behind, Dave is still fighting with Nighthawk, not as hard as Veloxry with Hakimi, but it's still somewhat fighting. As well, Nighthawk is very close behind Dave. Still, everyone is very close, like I said, between each other. Nighthawk still trying to get a move on. Dave, Panda with a new fastest lap, 120.729. Veloxry will have the DRS on Hakimi. Hakimi goes defensive. Veloxry is not going to be close enough. Meanwhile, Josh isn't close enough on Elbow neither. But it could be close enough as he sends it into turn 3 on Elbow, and into turn 4 there's Elbow is ahead, but the Albanian is not giving up, and behind him Secret is trying to get a move on Nighthawk, and he overshoots the corner. He makes contact with Dave. Nighthawk as well with contact. Dave lost 1 place for Secret and Nighthawk. Nighthawk gains 1 position. Secret gained 2 positions. Actually, Nighthawk stayed at the same place actually. Dave lost 1 position, actually 2 positions, and Secret is now behind his teammates, so they too can play the team play, although Yusuf has spun at the back. Nothing that much interesting in there. Really. Splendid is still very close behind Rex, but Rex has the DRS on Jamie, so Splendid can't really do anything about that. Monkey still has the DRS on Splendid, just in. Secret is gonna try and overtake his teammate into turn 1. They go side by side. Josh doesn't fight him. Behind, Nighthawk has overtaken Dave, although Dave, I guess he was pushed off. And the Portuguese has lost even more places. Now to Noise. Actually, it was Dave who was trying to overtake Nighthawk. But anyways, more fun with that. Lap 16 from 33. That's Brandon out of the race. Somewhat weird place, and it's a full course safety car. So I mean, with the strategies, they can go back into the mediums, I guess. I mean, I don't know if the mediums are gonna last. They're just gonna be good till the end. It's gonna be somewhat challenging to get them, but we'll see what the drives are gonna do with the strategy. Is Panda, the Norwegian, gonna go into the pits? Panda doesn't go. Jamie goes in. Actually, he fakes it. Rex as well faked it. Monkey fakes it as well. Hakimi goes in. Albo fakes it. Noise faked it. Dave goes in. Cosman goes in. You little boss. A lot of you faked me that you guys were going into the pits. Give me for the new hearts. Dave for the new hearts. Cosfan for the new mediums. He was thinking what I was thinking, to go onto the hearts. Mediums, sorry, mediums, and not for the hearts. On Matt is gonna go as well onto the mediums. Matt to the hearts. So right now, if I know their nationalities correctly, it's Panda from Norway, Jamie from UK, Rex from Ireland, Splandy from Ireland, Monkey from UK, Veloxity Swiss, from Switzerland, Alba from Albania, Secret from USA, Josh from Ireland, Josh has front wing damage even, Nightlock from US, Noise from Nepal, Axel from Germany, Hakimi from Singapore, Cosman from US, Dave from Portugal, Matt from UK, Unmatched Matt from Poland, Yusuf from UK. Let's check that, if their nationalities are correct. Rex is US. Rex is US. Splandy Irish. George goes down the, actually Swedish actually. Noise doesn't say. Albo Pro doesn't say. Josh and Axel they went into the pits. Yes, so the rest I was right. Besides, I made mistakes with Axel and Rex. Albo is from Albania, Noise is from Nepal. I think he is from Nepal. I have no idea. I have no clue. But yeah. On my 5 seconds properly spinning in pit lane, but Axel, the Swede, the Irish, Josh, and then on Masmar from Poland, pits again for mediums, as you see yet again a 5 second stop penalty. So I know basically everyone's nationality now, so I can say the nationalities now correctly. Safety car, I would bet it would go in this lap. Almost has to get a move on, as well as Yusuf. Josh, not that much. Although Sitka's not going in now. Sitka is not going in at the moment. So it's not gonna be in this lap. So I don't know what to talk about. Well, Panda, about the nationalities I already said. I don't know what to talk about. I mean, it's a nice weather in Portugal right now. It's a nice weather in Portugal. Jamie fakes it, Blandy fakes it, most of the guys fakes it. Josh as well changes front wing off. Good for him. Yusuf goes into the pits to take off his 5-second time penalty. I would assume. No. For the mediums, I guess. On Mathmat, we'll see what he'll do. He's gonna take that 5-second time penalty off. No, he's staying out. Yusuf is going back into the mediums. Yes, back into the mediums. I guess he took off that 5-second time, but the 5-second time penalty that he had spoke too fast. I mean, yeah. I spoke a little too fast. Going too fast. Well, yeah, I mean, with the penalty... No, wrong button. With the penalties, Rex has 5 seconds. Nighthawk, Dave, and Yusuf, they have 3 seconds. Noise has 6 seconds. And Onmasmat has 5 seconds. That's pretty much it. Secret Noise, Hakimi, Gosvan, Dave, Axel, and Josh, they made 2 pit stops. The rest, Onmasmat 4 pit stops, and Yusuf 5 pit stops. 6 guys lap. Rest 1 stop. So again, Panda is gonna control the pace. I guess. Yeah, the limiter is goddamn annoying. Noise gets a 5-second top penalty. Syracuse with Nighthawk. I mean, to be honest now, it's not only because of that limiter now. Although at the back it's very tight. Let's see when Panda is gonna go. Let's put the telemetry on. Silver loses it, and he is going now. The race has been restarted by the Norwegian. He tries to. He didn't sleep. Jamie did sleep a little bit as he gets now attacked by Rex, going to turn 1 around the outside, but he defended beautifully. Elbow overtakes Velocity into turn 1. Nothing really else actually, as Axel sends it on Matt going to turn 3. He makes it successfully, and he is up into P14. Meanwhile, on Matt is getting attacked on Yusuf into turn 5, and he lets him go. Front, there were some position changes, but I didn't see who it was. Who is that? Axel spun round in turn 7, and he has dropped down to the last place, P18. Let's see how much he can recover from that. He has 13 laps to go. 13 laps to go, so he can do maybe something. He can gain some of that time back. Panda yet again flying out here. Almost 1 second gap now to Jamie. Well, it's actually 9 tenths. Monkey is very close beyond Splandy, but he can't really catch up to him. Meanwhile, the back drivers are very close between each other, not really overtaking anymore. As Secret now sends it on Velocity into turn 3. Velocity did fight that back into turn 5 now. Could Secret send it on Velocity? He sends a dummy. Velocity is forced to now go inside of Elbow, and Secret is taking advantage of that. A beautiful dummy was made by Secret, and into turn 8. They're still going side by side. Velocity went a little bit wide. Who is going to get the better exit? Well, neither of them got a better than any of them, as Secret, I guess, pushed Velocity a little bit. Noise was fighting at the back with Nighthawk. He's up to 8th. As now Velocity is sending it on Secret. A little bit of contact between them. Noise could be making he was trying to get the advantage from that, but he's now behind Axel, who's in P15. Panda with fastest lap, 1.8 seconds ahead of Jamie. Nighthawk is now ahead of Velocity, going through the finish line, but Velocity is gonna fight that. He's on the inside, and into turn 1, they both will go a little bit wide. Into turn 3 now, Nighthawk is pushed yet again wide. Velocity somewhat stays in P8 now, but Nighthawk is fighting that back. Into turn 5, Nighthawk parked the car in the middle of the apex, and Nighthawk stays in P8. This race for Alfa Romeo has been terrible. Noise retires in the pits, and Yusuf 16 seconds, almost 17 seconds behind Matt, with a 3-second time penalty. Panda already with 2.2 second gap on Jamie. Axel is already in P13, so he's flying out here on these mediums compared to the drivers who are on the well, they're slower than him, or they're on hards or older hards. Secret, by the way, is on 13 lap old mediums at the moment. I don't think he's gonna be able to get them till the end of the race. We'll see how it will go for him. But he's very close beyond Albo. Into turn 3, into turn 4 now. Does he get a better exit? Dave is fighting with Hakimi, but Secret is up the inside of Albo, going to turn 5. Albo is trying a switchback. He gets a better exit than Secret, but he's now on the outside of turn 6. Into turn 7. Secret is ahead of Albo, going to turn 8. Meanwhile at the back, Axel was fighting with Josh, and he is up to 12th. And Axel is already attacking Hakimi into turn 9, around the outside, and into turn 10 is ahead of Hakimi, and he's already up to 11th. The flying Swede is flying out here. Actually, the flying Swede is not. I mean, it works. It works. It would be better flying Dutchman, but I mean, it still works. It still works. These three, Rex still has the DRS on Jamie, so Splendid can't do anything, and Monkey is behind that DRS train, so he can't do anything about that. Axel has already overtaken Dave on the main straight. He's up to 10th. Josh has overtaken Hakimi on the main straight as well. He's up to 12th. Axel's next target is very close ahead of him, is Velocity. Does he get a better exit off turn 4? He gets better exit. He goes off track to overtake him. And into turn 5, he's around the outside. Does he hold on to be with Velocity? He does hold on, but he doesn't get a better exit than Velocity. Going into turn 7, he's slightly turned in on Velocity, causes contact, and causes Velocity to spin. Axel is behind now. Dave, he's back to 11th. Josh has gained 3 positions at once because he earlier overtook Dave, and now because of that incident between Axel and Velocity, he's now up to 9th. Axel could be facing a harsh penalty of that. Meanwhile at front, Panda with 3.4 second lead. This man is just flying. This man is just flying in the Mercedes that isn't supposed to be this fast. He's absolutely flying. Well, there's still 8 laps to go, so everything that is going well now can turn over 180 degrees and go from P1 to P10 just by a spin. And then after that, not having any pace, as Monkey has overtaken Splendy into turn 5, and is up to 4th. Splendy drops down to 5th. Axel has overtaken Dave into turn 5 as well. and he's up to 10th, up to the points. I mean, it's the same. Like it's the same. Many drivers are very, very close between each other, but then like they're just a little bit too far back to take a move, as Monkey has overtaken Rex into turn 14. Splendy is trying to take advantage of that. Monkey is up into podium places, but Rex could re-overtake him into turn 1 on the inside, and Rex is ahead of Monkey, but Monkey is trying to get a beautiful switchback on Rex, and he made it, but into turn 3, a little bit of contact between them. Into turn 4, Monkey has spun on the exit. Monkey has spun on the exit of turn 3, and he's now behind Secret, behind Nighthawk. Possibly, no, he's not going to be behind Josh, but he's now behind Nighthawk. Now Splendy and Rex are fighting for P3. Splendy is up into podium places. Veloxy spun on the exit of turn 4. But this is what I talked about. Your whole race that is going good can turn whole 180 degrees and just go from good to bad. And Monkey now has to fight with Nighthawk, Elbow and Secret to get up to 5th. And well, catching up to Rex and Splendy, I think it's almost impossible because it's almost 5-second gap. Secret has almost no pace on those very old mediums, as Nighthawk and Elbow were fighting for P7 on the exit of turn 14. You know, at front, Rex is, with the help of the DRS, has overtaken Splendy into turn 1 around the outside, but Rex still has to remember he has that 5-second time penalty that he got from speeding. So, well, technically this fight is just for entertainment for me and for the drivers, that the race is just not gonna be boring like watching paint dry. Monkey has overtaken Nighthawk into turn 5, so he's up to 7th. 5 drivers very close between each other, from Secret to Axel. That's actually 6. That's actually 6 drivers very close between each other, almost in a second. Splendy with a 3-second time penalty. He has to be very cautious now with the penalties and with the gap, because if he loses 2 seconds, then it's gonna be very hard to get it back. Panda starts a lap 28 from 33 as he sets a new fastest lap, 120.217. This man is absolutely flying out here. Way faster than anyone. Not a single person is in 120s. Jamie is the closest one. Actually, Axel is the closest one. He has a 120.427, but he made it on the fresher mediums, while Panda just made that lap on the old hards. As Splendy and Rex are again fighting in turn 5 for P3. Splendy is now up into 3rd. Almost gets a 3-second time penalty. Axel has overtaken Josh on the exit of turn 5. Now next target is Nighthawk. These two up ahead are gonna be fighting. Well, actually fighting, but just for the entertainment. But Rex can be as well pushing Splendy to get a 6-second time penalty, and then that means that Rex is in a winning position. Well, for the podium, not in a winning position that it will be that you win the race. No, he's 10 seconds behind Panda, over 10 seconds behind Panda, so that is already out of hand. Behind, Monkey has overtaken Elbow on the very start of the main straight. Actually hasn't really overtaken him, as he has no ERS. Elbow has defended himself with ERS, But Albo makes a mistake in turn 1. Axel has hit Monkey. Axel has front wing damage. Monkey was forced off track. Monkey didn't force himself. Very smart sportsmanship by Monkey, but Axel's race is going very bad now, as he can't really find the confidence in himself. Now he has a broken front wing, and this is gonna be affecting him. Nighthawk with another 3-second time penalty. Velocity with another spin on the X of turn 4. After that spin with Axel, nothing has gone good or well with Velocity. Up ahead, Nighthawk is trying to fight Albo for P6. He's very close. He's trying to go around the outside of Albo. In turn 14, he gets a little oversteer. Axel is going to try and take advantage of it, but he has little front wing damage. So this is going to be, of course, affecting him. DRS activated, but as well, Albo has a DRS activated from the lapped car from Unmasked Mad. Velocity yet again spins. Axel goes wide on the exit of turn 1. Unmasked Mad lets everyone through. Now Nighthawk is gonna have the DRS. Albo doesn't. And does he send it into turn 5? He does send it into turn 5. Very aggressive move. And Axel has taken advantage of that. He could be as well taking the advantage from Nighthawk. And going to turn 7, he has overtaken Nighthawk as well around the outside with the broken front wing. This man is flying as well, even though he has made few mistakes. He's flying out here. Well, actually, mistakes that could be very bad for him if he will get penalty with Velocity. With Monkey, I don't know. Could be that he will get a penalty, but we'll see if he gets one. But Axel provisionally now in P6. Very good recovery from P18 at the moment that he was at first. That's Velocity something. Charge is very close behind Albo, trying to overtake him. Little contact with him. On the exit of turn 4, not close enough. Ahead of him there's a yellow flags for someone. Don't understand for who. Davis looking for a move on Josh. Or was looking for a move on Josh. Didn't quite get that gap. Panda has spun on the X of turn 13. And this race is gonna get whole lots of interesting. The fight for P1 is on, as Jamie will start the penultimate lap of the race. Neither of them have somewhat of the ERS. Panda with the help of the DRS is gonna go around the outside as Jamie tries to defend the inside. As they touch, and Panda is back in the lead, but Jamie has been spun and is now back down to P4. This race got a whole lot of interesting at the front, as Panda spun on the X of turn 13 unexpectedly. But then when he was trying to fight Jamie into turn 1, Jamie got spun by Panda, and then it just got a whole lot of interesting as Albo has spun on the X of turn 4. And he's down out of the points paying position. Depends if what sort of penalty. Dave has only 3 seconds, so he's out of podium paying positions. Although Jamie is P4, he's close enough to Splandia and Rex. He's 2.5 seconds behind. Although he doesn't have the DRS on him. Well, neither of these have ERS on each other. This race got a whole lot of interesting from out of nowhere. Panda has started the final lap of the race. Albo with a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, in the middle pack, nothing really happening. Velocity doesn't really want... is really very interrupting. He's just blocking Axel for sort of no reason. Axel is gonna be fuming because of that, of course. Velocity got a 5-second time penalty because of it. Nighthawk is getting closer and closer to Axel. As his pace sort of returns. Onmasmat has spun on the exit of turn 4. But meanwhile, up in the lead, Panda, who didn't have the perfect race. No, I have to get back on this. As Nighthawk 3 wide into turn 13. Panda does win the race. But I have to keep watching this. Axel has a spun. What is happening here? Well, what is happening here now? Josh all of a sudden is P6. Veloxy has a spawn on the exit of in turn 10, in turn 11, sorry. Secret is in P4. Just within that, Rex's penalty. Axel is in P7. What has happened? At the final stages of the race. But Panda... oh, my hand is numbing. Panda does get the win. Bit of a controversial one, I must say. With the spin with Jamie. But Splendid finishes in the podium. Secret 4th, Rex 5th, Josh out of nowhere in 6th. Overtaken both Axel and Nighthawk on the outside of turn 12. I don't know what is happening between Axel, Nighthawk and Velocity. All of a sudden Velocity was spun. And then Nighthawk all of a sudden has no front wing. Axel jumps onto 8th. What was happening in there? I have no clue what was happening out there between those. I had to go take a look what was happening in there. In turn 11 between those 4 drivers. But it's the Norwegian, the flying Norwegian, who wins yet again in this season. 2 out of 2 for Panda. Completely dominated this race from start, but then in lap 31, unexpectedly he spun on the exit of turn 13, so he didn't get the Grand Slam because Jamie actually finished the lap 31 first. But it's Jamie in P1, Panda P1, Jamie P2, Splendid finishes in P3, Rex P5, Josh P6, Axel 7th, Nighthawk 8th, Dave 9th, Albo 10th, somewhat unexpectedly, Monkey finishes 12th. He had a very good pace, but then just got screwed in the race. Hack finishes 12th, Goswan 13th, Matt 14th, Yusuf 15th, Velocity 16th, Ormas Matt 17th, Noise, Brandon and Tomos. They have either crashed out or DNF'd. This was the race in Portimao in Portimao in RVRL. Next race is... I'm actually sort of interested in what is happening in the paddock. In the chat. Let me just take a look. just want to... All right. Well, I'm gonna read that later on. But the next race is in Imola. There's a sprint. So, yeah, Imola. Sprint next week. So, see you guys next week.